Yeah, it's been pretty amazing to see how AI has really developed even within the law practice management software that's out there. I initially got into the AI for Clio just from the administrative um, tools that it offers. It can extract events out of a large number of documents that you put in there, and they can calendar events. So if you've got like a case management order, you can run that through AI, and then automatically the calendar events will be extracted. Or you can just say schedule an appointment at 12 o'clock and into the AI, and then it'll just generate the event for you. Things like that and make it a lot easier. Or you just summarize a meeting that you had with like a follow up email or a follow up letter that you want to send to a client, summarizing the consultation, and then they will come up with the email, and it just makes what would have been like a 45-minute letter that I drafted into like a 10 or 15-minute ordeal, and just makes it a lot more efficient. And I think we're just at the very beginning stages of AI. Attorneys are just now kind of getting comfortable with the idea of using it, and of course with the warning that you always have the rules of
Right,
professional conduct to
right.
to comply with as you use it.
Well, yeah, and we keep hearing about lawyers that are getting their hands smacked because they did an AI brief, and then they didn't bother to check the citations. You know, I've done some briefs and some motions recently, not leaning on AI for any of that. That comes out of Brian's old brain. And I'm proud of the work that I do without it. But I mean, I've seen some AI generated things, and it's like it's pretty good. I it's funny because we're talking about this, right? AI and all that. One of the things that I like to say is at some point when I look at my Facebook later, it's going to be flooded with AI stuff because they're listening to us. But I've been thinking about adding an AI. I don't know if a Chat GPT or Spell Book is that what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
These are some things that I'm looking to maybe delve into and start using. Anything that can help me give my clients better experience and better results.
Yeah, and I think that's really the key is vetting those programs that best help you serve your clients and making sure that whatever that tool is, it's one that really is beneficial to you as a practicing lawyer in the delivery of your service and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully the delivery of the results you're trying to achieve for your clients. And they're great tools. There's so much out there. A little overwhelming, just to try to keep your head around everything that's going on. And I think it's good that you have Smokeball or Clio or one of the practice management tools that are sort of taking that front line vetting for their customer base. Because they can't get that wrong or they're going to lose their customer base. And so it's good to have that sort of safeguard or guardrail in place for the lawyers who are using. And will be really interesting to see how that develops over the years and be it's fun to be a part of. It's a good time to be practicing law.
Yeah, I suppose. I think I referred to myself as a bit of a dinosaur earlier when I'm carrying around paper files. I feel that way a lot. I mean, 20th year of practice and keeping up. I mean, you got to keep up with the law. I mean, the law changes. We have the annual updates, things like that to keep up with the law. But keeping up with technology, I mean, that's something that has to happen. I do. I admit it. I lag a little bit behind in that. Thankfully, I've got a great practice management software that kind of drags me along, so to speak. I can't imagine, whether it be any of these practice management programs. I can't imagine practice without it.